Well, warm greetings once again to all of you, and thank you, San, for this nicely put surprise within this title. Well, this paper is a part of, and results of this paper, a part of major research which was conducted due to completion of master thesis of Miss Emilija Strucic. She is also co-author of this paper. And regarding this maybe some bit strange introduction with it, I will use the patient and energizing mode of the Krav Maga experts who said that she said that the common thing between Krav Maga and leadership is DNA, power and energy, and something that we have or not have, and which end on respect of ourselves and others, or it ends on the decision that are we going to be the creators or are going to be the one who will be created by the others. So in this sense, this is the this is a picture retrieved from the Krav Maga Croatian page, and Krav Maga means on Hebrew, it means close combat. And this martial art originated from the World War II, where it serves primarily for the physical protection of the Jewish population. And it was further developed by the Israeli Defense Army. And today it is intended to all groups, this combat system of close combat and defense combat. As you can see, we have here from the kids to the women, and they also developed some methods for the people with disabilities. On the next slide, you will see this Wonder Woman. This is our Emilija, our master, newly appointed masters, and here is it with the center. Okay, and now, if I may say, the serious part. Okay, the literature review shows that there are really a number of traits. They can be associated and identified as the mutual between the Krav Maga system values, tactics, and strategies, and also the qualities that we can identify as the qualities within the transformational leadership. So that gives us a theoretical framework, but I must say that this kind of research that we created and conducted is the innovative one, and so far is the the first of its kinds, in which we try to establish the real linkage between the qualities of the Krav Maga and leadership. For the purpose of this paper, we just use the main findings of some correlation analysis and other linkages between the sociodemographics features of Krav Maga athletes that were respondents to our study, and between the common threats, as we call it, common competences that are identified within this research, and according to the self-assessment of the respondents about the understanding, adoption, and applying of those competences within their personal and professional environment. So as for the methodology, the quantitative approach was used for these purposes of this paper. We used descriptive statistics procedures as chi-square test and Spearman's correlation coefficient rho. Those are, of course, parametrics methods because we have in this research asymmetric distribution of the results. SPSS statistics package was used, and because we created our questionnaire by our own, we wanted to test it and measure the metric characteristics as validity and reliability. And we do it during the pilot study, which was conducted first at the end of the, sorry, at the beginning of the March this year. And here you can see Cronbach's alpha and Gutmann's lambda 4 coefficients. They range between 0.9 and 0.95, which was really excellent results. So we can proceed with our main research, which is conducted later on in March. And the final sample, our deliberate sample, a random sample, is 98 respondents, of which 1/3 are women. So the 22 countries which stated that participants are residents. You can see the list here. There are EU and non-EU states, and the sociodemographic features were also listed here. Of those, we can, of course, describe very good our sample, and it shows that the major of our participants are between 41 and 45 years old. They are mostly with master's degree. Within the distribution of the job position, we were very lucky, and we established that we have almost in the same number of the same proportion of distribution, non-managerial and managerial job posts. So as for the work experience, also this majority within the participants fell into, if I may say, serious workers between 21 and 25 years of working experience. As for the training experience within the Krav Maga, we have the majority about 5 years, but in close range is also those that are in training in the period between 6 and 10 years. The majority of the participants who were responding to our questionnaire, the majority was within the Krav Maga Global School. What results showed? Okay, we performed correlation analysis between the aggregate variables, between the particles that we within other researches, within other methods for this research in whole, which we named self-awareness, self-regulation, and environmental awareness, which can also be called intuition. And we compare it with the set of independent particles as gender, communication skills, and years of working experience and years of Krav Maga training. So here we have the table and from the SPSS, but within the textual explanation of the results, we can see that the aggregate variables are statistically significant at the level of 1% of the error. They are highly correlated among each other. They are positive as well. As for the correlation between years of work experience and the training, it is, well, mediocre, but it's still significant. The gender particle is not significant in correlation between those mutual competences. So for the last point here, the correlation between Krav Maga training year and the common competences, which are self-regulation and self-perception, we established low significance. but in relation to the non-significant correlation between the years of work experience and aggregate variables, it is the main result of this research. For the conclusion, as I stated before, analysis performed on the common competences and independent particles showed that the group variables are strongly correlated with each other, positive and statistically significant, which confirm a good construct validity of our variables and our research in whole. And in this sample, it seems that mutual competences of Krav Maga and leadership qualities, so that means the traits or the various skills and tactics, are achieved based on Krav Maga training. Years of working experience and maybe the potentially informal and cultural learning which probably occurred during this working period, it seems not to be related to the development of leadership competences in our sample. Here are some of the references. Of course, in more detail, it's going to be explained in our paper. So thank you very much for your attention.